Hey guys, it's Will here. So yesterday I did a full body routine and I just wanted to talk about that and a little bit of full body workouts. When I started Potato Strong, the reason is that I like to share stuff that I'm interested in and that I believe is the correct way to do things. So with the once I looked at the diet, I came up with simple recipes. So what I like to do is come up with a real simple approach to something, whatever I'm looking at. I always tend to prefer the solutions that are simple. So I came up with a bunch of recipes that were pretty simple and easy and straightforward, just comfort food, and with a lot of other things that I look at, other areas of life, I tend to do the same thing. That's probably one of the traits that I have, is to try to look for things that are simple. And then I share them with you. So when I was looking at training, it can be really complicated. Sets, reps, how much rest in between, how many days a week, what exercises. There's so many go to failure, and the questions and the variations can be quite varied and complicated. And so I started out with calisthenics, which is still fine, as far as pull-ups and dips and push-ups and that. But I decided to go with free weights, build more muscle, and I started out with a push-pull legs routine, which was 3 days a week, or three days, and then that was repeated, so basically 6 days a week. And now I'm doing a full body routine. So the reason I got good results with the push-pull legs, but it was pretty taxing and tiring, and I may have overdone some things, but I've just been reading and studying, and I found some guys that are doing a full body routine. So full body is kind of generally thought of as a beginner routine. So you just work out 3 times a week with your full body. But a lot of some of the bodybuilders, Steve Reeves and people that were in before steroids, were doing full body routines. And it just makes sense to me, because when you work your whole body, you get tired mentally, physically. Your central nervous system, is affected. Energy levels, the food you eat, the burning of the glycogen and energy used for workouts. So if you do it all in one shot and then take a full day the next day off of weight training, gives you basically 48 hours between workouts. And people talk about muscle protein synthesis taking 24 to 48 hours. But essentially, from what I can study, what I gather, weekly volume is kind of one of the main factors in determining if you're progressing. So volume is basically sets times reps times weight. And if you do it in a weekly scenario with a full body routine, you can actually hit your chest 3 times per week, or even 4 if you do every other day. So when I say 3 times, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it could also be every other day if you wanted to. So with a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're taking off Saturday and Sunday as far as weight training goes. So here are some of the recent people that I've been looking at. I just look a couple things. With bodybuilding, most people are, eat a standard American type diet or low carb a lot of times. So I don't tend to look at their advice about nutrition, but I do look at the weight training, and also I'm trying to focus mostly on natural, as far as I can tell, natural bodybuilder. So Swole Fesser is one guy. Talks about full body. Some of these guys are leaning or potentially more of a power lifting, like where they go heavy and low reps a lot of times. But I mean, they do have the the physique. Swole Fesser, full body routine. Another one is this Alpha Destiny, this guy here. And so they're really promoting full body routine. And there's one other guy. Let's see if I can remember his name. Oh man, I have to look at my history. What was it? Leroy. Let's see. Leroy Colbert. That's it. He's an older gentleman that just died a couple of years ago, and he promoted a full body routine. So he was an old school bodybuilder, and he had these famous, 21-inch arms apparently. So let me pause that. So it's good to find, people that are promoting it and encouraging people to use it. And when they talk about it, it makes a lot of sense. And so basically, what I do whenever I look at an area of life, which is like the nutrition, and then now with weightlifting and other areas that I don't talk about on this channel, guitar, like when I talk jazz guitar and stuff like that, rock, blues, I tend to do a lot of almost obsessive research and studying and watching videos and looking up things. And there's a bunch of science that talks about volume, which appears to be pretty much the standard for determining if you're going to make progressive overload. And but even if you just say volume, you still have to look at your effort level, how you're going to, what your program is going to be. So there's 3 guys right there you can check out that will do videos on full body routines. And yesterday I worked out. Today I'm really sore in my back and my legs. Like I did pull-ups. And Monday is kind of what I try to go heavier relative to what I can do. So for pull-ups, like if you can't do a lot of pull-ups, just doing your own body will be a heavy day per se, rather than like supported with bands or something like that. I actually did a first set with a 25-pound belt, but it was kind of brutal. And sometimes when you add weight to dips or pull-ups or anything, if you're too heavy, your form will break down. So you don't want to push it too much, because then your form won't be good and you could, injure yourself if you're not doing the most effective workout. So yeah, full body workouts, really like it. I'm super sore today, and like I showed yesterday, I only did pretty much 1 set of back and chest. My chest is sore. Yesterday, maybe a little bit too much on the legs. I did goblet squats and deadlifts, which for me was pretty, but it feels good. It's a really good ache. And tomorrow I might be still a little bit sore. So what you want to do, what I think I'm going to try to do is don't go overboard with the workout, because even though you feel good at the time, recovery is an important part of it. So I want to make sure in 2 days that I feel energetic to do a workout. But Wednesday is kind of a higher rep day, say 12 to 15 reps. So I'll be going with a bit lighter weight, and that way, if there is a little bit of soreness, it's not going to be as detrimental trying to hit new maximum weights or anything like that. So I'll be talking a lot about building muscle. Hopefully you don't mind that. I know some people came here for recipes. I haven't really created new recipes. I've got an Indian recipe I made with tofu, chickpeas, and peas on basmati rice, which is really good. I could probably whip something up for that. Today I had waffles using I put a video a while back on fluffy pancakes. I used pretty much the same recipe, throwing in a bit of flaxseed just for some extra proteins and fats. All right, well, hope you guys like that. I'm going to be doing more full body discussions and routines, and I'm definitely making progress in building more strength. I can lift more weights. I feel bigger. Shirts are getting tighter, etc. And it's going really well, so I'm excited about it. Talk to you guys later.